Hello, everybody. I hope all of y'all are having a good day today. I think it's Tuesday, Tuesday or Wednesday morning here in the Philippines. I don't know anymore. But we got a lot of things going on here on Future Love Mountain. Got a lot of construction. We're adding to some structures that we already have, making them bigger so we can seat more people. We're going to put coverings on things so people will be out of the sun and the rain. And we've even added some tables for people to sit and eat. And so we've got a lot going on here. And I found one quiet place here where I can talk and do a little bit. But I'm going to play some video and stuff over the top of me of my good friend Bogtai doing the work around here to expand what we have going on. And whenever he's finished doing all of this, he'll start the 12 columns for our permanent community center. But anyway, I wanted to do a short teaching today about 1 John and the beloved. All right, 1 John 3 verses 2 and 3 reads, "Beloved, now we are children of God, and it has not yet been revealed what we shall be. But we know that when he is revealed," meaning Christ, "we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. And everyone who has this hope in him purifies himself, just as he," meaning Christ, "is pure." Okay, firstly, we all know what beloved is by now. Beloved means those who have personally experienced God's love. They're called the divinely loved ones. All right? This is a supernatural event in your life that changes the person in the twinkling of an eye. Okay, it turns them towards God, and they can never take their eyes off him again. They're like the seraphim angels, okay? Once he snags hold of you, he will never let you go. It is a supernatural thing. That is when you get divine faith, pistis. All right, but that's just the beginning of your journey. Once this happens to you, you go through a process, all right, to where you will come full circle. That is what being perfect means. It means to come full circle. Now it says, "Beloved, now we are children of God, sons of God." All right? Once you have experienced God's love, you realize that you are a child of God. You're one of his. Okay, once this has happened, once you realize that you are a child of God, you come to totally rely on him for everything. And when you do that, this prompts God to transform you into his likeness. And remember, God is love, so his likeness is love. So you're going to go through this process. You're going to go full circle. Okay, all of the beloved, all of them, once they've experienced God's love, they become like a child, all right? And a child, a baby, is totally dependent on its parents for everything, for their guidance, for their nourishment, everything. And you guys know, if you've experienced God's love, if you've been changed, you know what that means. I know what it was for me. I mean, in an instant, I knew from that moment on, I wasn't going to take a step in anything unless God showed me, prompted me to do something. That's from that moment on, and that's the way it's been for almost 12 years now. Okay, here's where it gets a little tricky for some people, because remember, we've just been introduced to God. He revealed himself to you. All right, and so you're still going to struggle quite a bit with carnality, thinking with your carnal mind instead of a spiritual mind. All right, and so a lot of people get caught up. The first thing they do is they buy a Bible and they start reading the Bible, and they see this stuff about the appearing and the second coming of God, and then they start listening to others and them talking about the rapture and all of that. And so they start seeing these verses about him appearing in the clouds and stuff like that as something literal. All right, and as you go through this process, being perfected, you'll come to realize the truth. Okay, it's written, and it has not yet been revealed what we shall be. But we know that when he is revealed, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. All right, now a lot of the Bible verses say the appearance of him, okay? And people think this is the second coming, which it is, but it's not what most people think. All right, let's look at the word for revealed. When he is revealed. All right, this is what happens when you finally see it, okay? It's an inward spiritual sight. This is when it becomes graspable to you. You understand it. You're like, oh, okay, now I understand. I'm telling you guys, they changed the spelling in the writings. And all of the carnal people out there, all of those who have not experienced God's love yet, are under a spell of the spelling. And they're waiting to see something literally coming in the clouds. Okay, while you're going through this process, this is the stripping away. All right, this is another stripping away. Okay, this is all that stuff about self. What they start piling on you from the moment you're born in this world. You're being labeled. You're a male, a female. You're going to be tall, you're short, you're fat, you're skinny, you're handsome, you're beautiful, you're ugly. All these things. You have all of these layers, like the tile on the roof, when the disciples had to peel away the tile on the roof and lower the man down to the feet of Jesus. This is pulling all that stuff away from you. And once that happens, that is when you will see him as he is. All right, this is what John was talking about when he says that everyone who has this hope in him purifies himself just as he is pure. All right, and that word for purify there means to be free from ceremonial, ritual, routine, religiousness, religiosity, okay? All that stuff, it's stripped away from you. You've got to get down to one thing and one thing alone, and that is love. God is love. Underneath all of it, all this stuff you're layered with, if you are a beloved, a piece of God, it's going to get down to one thing, and that's what you are, is love. Okay, our brother John wrote, he said, but we know that when he, meaning Christ, is revealed, we shall be like him. You all remember in John chapter 8, verse 58, when Jesus stood up and he said, before Abraham was, I am. All right, remember, Jesus was fully God and fully man. All right, so this was the man, Jesus, speaking, but it was not his thoughts. He only spoke what the Father gave him. So this was the Christ speaking through the man, Jesus. All right, his name wasn't Jesus Christ. All right, my name is Billy Hobbs. All right, that's not what it was. He was the Christ, the anointed. But now we will see him and we will be like him when he is revealed, once you have come full circle. Remember, Jesus said, before Abraham was, I am. And whenever John wrote that we shall be like him, that word for like there will blow your mind. Once you come full circle, you will realize that you are just like Jesus was, I am. We all are, because we are all one together. Remember, Jesus told his disciples, he said, don't you know that ye are God's? I love you all. God bless.